Honestly, the gym, pretty good vibe. Welcome back, you mad dogs. This is episode 6 of How to Get Shredded for Completely Free series. I've just pulled up at the gym in Burleigh. It's completely new, just opened up this week. So I'm waiting for Byron to pull up and we're gonna run a push session here. See what the gym's about, check out the lighting. I'll take you guys through it so you can see everything that's included. And we're gonna run through Byron's week of progress, how he's looking, what we can improve on, and just break down some more training myths. His weight has been fluctuating a little bit over the last week. He's actually up about 300 grams, although physically he's looking a lot better, which you'll see in his photos. But the step count has been really shit over the last week. And I think overall structure for him has been a real struggle with him running his own business and just trying to get his steps in, have a good bed routine, wake up routine, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna have a chat with him off camera to see what we can do to improve his overall routine and just get something set in stone so he doesn't have to stress as much and make it easier by just rinsing and repeating each day. So I think I'm gonna spice it up with Byron today. We're gonna run through my push session instead of his. I'm just gonna push him really hard, have a good session together, have a good yap, and just get his mindset right again for the next week coming up. But what we're looking at is cable chest press, incline dumbbell press, seated cable flies, machine side raises, and some cable tricep push downs. I'm not too sure if they have a machine side raise, but if not, we'll just run it with the cable or dumbbells. We'll make it fun, we'll spice it up and see what we can do. Let's go get that pump.
I need that blue white bitch on Depop, chillin' teapot, 2 left feet, then Reebok. Shawty did freelance, now she a free thot. Should've never let the bitch alone with my seat mods. Now the bitch skip hip, poppin' in my Reeboks. Talking about a detox, pussy like a beatbox. All grown up, bitch looking like Salute, not that booty. I need that blue white bitch on Depop, chillin' teapot, 2 left feet, then Reebok. Shawty did freelance, now she a free thot. Should've never let the bitch alone with my seat mods. Now the bitch skip hip, poppin' in my Reeboks. Talking about a detox, pussy like a beatbox. All grown up, bitch looking like Salute, not that booty. I need that blue white bitch on Depop, chillin' teapot. 2 left feet, then Reebok. Shawty did freelance, now she a free thot. Should've never let the bitch alone with my seat mods. Now the bitch skip hip, poppin' in my Reeboks. Talking about a detox, pussy like a beatbox. All grown up, bitch looking like Salute, not that booty.
Could've been 30, could've been a G. Should've never snitched, why you take it to police? Now they're looking at you funny when you're walking down the street, looking at you like food, trying to see where they can eat. Me, I'm like,
show us what you got. Oosh, cuz. Do a clap. Pull up, clap. Oh! All right, so we're about halfway through the session. Honestly, the gym, pretty good vibe. I'll give it maybe 8 out of 10. Machines, pretty solid, just a few improvements, and honestly it'd be a fucking perfect gym. But nonetheless, principles for the workout today, we're just going with 4 or 5 exercises, 3 for chest. We're gonna do 1 for side delts, 1 for triceps, so we'll go 5 exercises, keep it super simple on the movements. I'm not gonna put too much pressure on the shoulder for Byron and I, because we both have had some issues. The main focus is just literally progressive overload. We're not worried about destroying ourselves, we're just trying to progress from last week. Byron getting stronger on his cut, me on the end of my bulk. This is pretty well my final week to really push his numbers up before I start cutting down. So we're pushing it, we're giving it all that we have for this session. So as you would have seen, Byron tried to go for a PB on the 37.5s, but unfortunately today's just not the day, bro. Just a bit tired. He's had some rough sleeps over the last week, been super busy with work and stuff. So, you know, all things considered, we did give it a go. It just wasn't the day. So what we did is we dropped it down to the 32.5s and just focused in on the form, good depth. Not gonna get injured by doing that. We're just gonna keep it nice and safe. Still push, not a PR, but we're still pushing hard and, you know, we're still making progress. So no stress at all. If you are training and you're noticing you just physically can't progressive overload, you can't increase your lifts, one thing to look at is going to be your recovery. So in future, maybe just drop your sets. If you are doing 3 to 4 sets on an exercise, drop it down to only 1 to 2 working sets, not including warm-ups, and do that for a few weeks. See if you then can progress week to week, and maybe it's a volume issue, maybe you're just not recovering enough in between sessions. I do see this happen super often, especially when people are cutting. They get in 5-6 weeks and they just simply can't progress because their body is absolutely flogged. So take it easy. The key is not to absolutely flog yourself. The key is literally just to progress every single week, even if it's a kilo, 0.5 a kilo, doesn't matter. It all adds up.
yeah, I got half of the price of a kudo, living like a boss man, nothing like Hugo. I need that good price. What the plug turn pagan, tweaking, talking inflation, peace is needed, getting impatient, blood, everybody getting complacent, leg, work, step on the pavement, victory lap, I'm back in the station, I'm really a psycho, Patrick Bateman, if you see her with me, she's taken.
Blue white bitch on Depop, chillin' teapot, 2 left feet, then Reebok. Shawty did freelance, now she a free thot. Should've never let the bitch alone with my seat mods. Now the bitch skip hip, poppin' in my Reeboks. Talking about a detox, pussy like a beatbox. All grown up, bitch looking like Selena. I need that blue white bitch on Depop, chillin' teapot, 2 left feet, then Reebok. Shawty did freelance, now she a free thot. Should've never let the bitch alone with my seat mods.
All right, that's a wrap on this session. Push day done. What's your thoughts on it? It was only 5 exercises. What do you think?
Yeah, it was solid, it was simple, it was easy. I mean, not very easy when you're training hard. I failed a couple sets, which I got a little bit humbled, not going to lie. Strength was a bit down on chest press today, but, you know, it happens, that's what it is. The session was good, pump was actually really nice too, so I enjoyed it. Didn't take too long either, so.
New atmosphere. What do you think of the gym?
Oh, bro, this is probably my favourite gym I've actually ever been in, to be honest.
It's just
It's nice, it looks clean, like.
it kind of gives like Bali vibes. Like when I walk in like the tunnel, you guys will see the tunnel. It's almost like you're walking to like a Bali gym, which is fucking sick.
Yeah, no, it's actually a really cool atmosphere. Music could use a little bit of
Yeah,
work, to be
yeah.
honest. When you're training without headphones, it's a little bit rough. But I mean, who trains without headphones when they're alone anyway? So,
Get us on the orcs.
but sick space. Actually, like for looks and stuff, 10 out of 10. Machines, as Sage kind of mentioned earlier, could use a little bit of work. There's some interesting
good.
ones in there, but
Yeah.
like I mean, you have more than enough to get what you want done, so it doesn't really matter too much.
Do you feel at the end of that session, like, do you feel like lethargic, like ruined? Do you feel fucked, or do you feel like a bit more energetic? Like, what's your thoughts on that?
Honestly, I feel good. I feel pretty fresh still. Like, I mean, muscles are all hit well. Like, chest, triceps, and shoulders, like, feel perfect, honestly. Like, I'm really satisfied with, like, the pump and, like, the amount of energy it took. But I'm still feeling pretty fresh in the sense of, like, energy overall. Like, I feel like I can go get on with my day now, get into work, like, go for a walk. Like, you know, do whatever else I need to do. I'm not feeling like, oh, fuck, I just want to go home, lay in bed, or, like, just crash, you know? So,
for sure.
I feel good, yeah.
Fuck yeah. And that's the thing with training is if you guys are going in and you just feel like lethargic, you finish your session, you're like crawling out of the gym, it's pretty well not ideal. Maybe leg day, like I'm pretty fucked on the end of leg day too. I don't really want to drive home, but this is kind of the perfect amount of volume and intensity that you need to, you know, still progress, still see results, but without ruining the rest of your day, especially if you train in the morning, like before work. Personally, I train at like 8 in the morning. Sometimes I'll go early at like 6. You do notice it, like your work performance takes a huge dip if you just feel fucked or you're mentally not there for the day. So like I mentioned earlier, if that's how you feel, reduce your volume, pull your sets down, just do 1 to 2 working sets. That's literally all you need. And yeah, especially if you're cutting, like Byron, for example, we're getting pretty deep into the cut, like 6 weeks now. It's not super aggressive, but we're definitely more on the aggressive side. So when that plays a role, you know, step count, cardio, if you guys are doing cardio, overall energy expenditure is a bit higher. Your training's probably going to take a dip. So this is going to be the most optimal time to reduce your volume, because you're just going to eventually get more and more flogged to the point where you need a diet break, you need to increase your food, or you just need to take a bit of a deload. So the longer you can prolong that, it's going to be better for you long term, and you're not going to feel like fucking shit. The key to walk away from this video is going to be focusing on your recovery, especially when you are cutting. So the staples, sleep is going to be the biggest thing ever. If you can get like a minimum of 7 hours plus a night, that's going to be ideal. Try set like a sleep routine, or if you can supplement it. I use a supplement called the Big Z, and it's from Strom Supplements. Honestly, before taking it, I'd roll around, like, you know, being a business owner, I just roll around, think about shit at night. And when I take this, I can easily just switch off. And as soon as I hit the pillow, like, that motherfucker's out. I'm out cold. So I might have to get you some. I might have to get some for you.
Oh my god, my sleeps are fucking horrendous, to be honest. It's probably my like biggest short straw at the moment, where like it's actually been good the last couple of nights, but that might just be because I'm more fatigued.
so tired.
I'm actually exhausted.
Yeah.
I'll lay down, be ready to switch off, and I'll just be laying there for like an hour, 2 hours some nights, just brain just going.
Yeah.
It's rough.
Long term, like I said, sleep's going to be the best thing. So things to focus on if you are cutting or even growing, doesn't matter, but mainly cutting. Sleep and recovery is going to be a big one. With your lifts, keep it short and simple. Keep the staples in, you know, so like 4 to 6 exercises max, not including like abs and shit like that. Trying your best to hit your steps, or just overall accumulation of exercise outside of the gym is always going to be good. It's low impact, it's not going to take much recovery. And of course, nutrition is going to be the biggest driver when it comes to your cutting phase as well. So keep on top of those 4, keep it nice and simple, and you literally can't go wrong. That's a wrap for the week for Byron and I. So another week down, I think this is week 6, going into the back end of week 6 now. So overall recap, he's technically up from this check-in, up 300 grams, but his average daily weight is still trending downwards. So as a whole, we're still on track. I'll let Byron explain. Just been a bit of a rougher week for the last 7 days.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's been a bit of a shitty one for me, to be honest. It's been my most off-program week, I'd say, so far. Like, just overall routine, habits, like, everything's been a bit off. Like, my own just mental state has been a little bit rough as well. Just not completely feeling myself, which, you know, it happens. So it's good that we get to kind of capture this moment and just see the result of also being off track. Like, I've been to the gym, like I've stuck to like my actual training program, I've got my sessions done and they felt good, but like overall recovery, like my overall sleep, my stress levels have been a lot worse this week. Also just getting my steps in again, like went down, like just prioritizing certain things. It's just been not quite the week for me, unfortunately. But it's also been a practice for me to just, you know, still stick through, try and get things done, get back on track. Last few days I've been getting my steps back in, also gone over what Sage set me as well to like make up for the lack at the start of the week too. So it's just been getting myself back on track, getting things happening again. One thing for me as well is like I like to think when I am in these little slumps, it's like, okay, what am I doing what am I normally doing when I'm feeling good? Yeah, it's just reminding myself to do the things that I know that I need to do in order for me to just feel better as a person. So it's just been getting myself back into the gym, like just still training hard, trying to get my steps back in, eating like on program, getting my work done, like what needs being done as well. So normally I just put my head down, just stick through it. Like, yeah, I might not want to, I might feel shit. I know that once I get these things done and I'm like, I'm on track, I feel better all around. So although it's been a shit week, it's been like a good week for my mind to just, you know, test myself. Just, even though I'm feeling like shit, to just persevere, keep pushing, keep on track.
And I've been having this conversation with a lot of clients lately, especially a few of the guys on my 21-day challenge. So it's only 21 days, that's it. Super short, very basic, very generic. They're hitting these roadblocks or they're traveling or they're sick. And for them, it's detrimental because they only have 21 days. That's it. So if they miss out on a week, it's like, fuck, like that's a whole week. That's literally a third of their program gone. In times like this, it is good to have that external support. It's good to have a coach or just even someone to lean on that's, you know, has been there before and can push you through it. Because I had a girl come through, she's down 2 kilos in 2 weeks, and I'll put a photo up, but her waist and her jean size, like she literally needs to downsize her jeans in 2 weeks, like on the program. You know, obviously she's a bit down because she's sick, but even that, she's still seeing a good result just from having that external support. I'm just like, cool, like, you know, don't go to the gym, rest up, just try your best to get your steps in, get your food in, and the results are still showing. Even though she's not giving it 120%, it doesn't matter. Just having someone there to keep you accountable is going to be the biggest thing in times like this. And if you can do it, having a coach, like, yes, you're paying for it, you might not be getting, you know, everything you want out of it because you're not at 100%. It's not like the time to then go on pause or give it, you know, just quit. Because if you can do it with a coach and learn how to do it, you'll be able to do it for the rest of your life. You don't need a coach 24/7. You don't need a coach in 5 years' time. The point is to learn now, get through it now. So then you know in future, if I'm back in this position, then fuck. Like, you can do it forever. It just rolls and rolls and rolls. Unless you're going to be a lazy prick. But then you come back and then we'll teach you again. Yeah, main thing for Byron over the next week, obviously, with a bit of a mindset shift and just being a bit down over the last week. Obviously, he's had a bit going on, like office moving, some really big projects, some new big purchases. Personally, I think now is like an all-time high for you, not only just like fitness-wise, but business-wise. It gets to a point when you're crushing everything and it can just feel like any small inconvenience is then like you're not on the top anymore. I go through this with business. I get weeks where I have like all-time highs, and then if I'd have like one shit day, I'm like, fuck this. But the whole point of it is just to keep writing it out. It's only going to get better. It's only going to get higher. And we're only closing it on halfway now, so we got more work to do, more digging to do. Now is going to be the perfect time when you start to hit that wall, is when you go balls deep, you fucking send it all the way, and then you're going to come through in a few weeks time and be like at your peak. Let's try to pick up the sleep a little bit this week if we can. Let's get the steps up a little bit this week if we can. I know not yesterday. I was after that when we did an ice bath. That day was a shocker. That was an absolute shocker, but that's all right. Yeah, moving forward for this week, we're definitely going to lock it in. We're pretty much halfway now, so it's really time to start seeing the results shine through. I'll put the progress photos up, of course, of Byron, so you can see even from last week to this week, his stomach has flattened out a fucking heap, despite the weight not moving a whole lot. So physical changes are underway, but it's really time to push through like that skinny fat plateau phase, and then we come out and it's almost like physical changes day to day, week to week, as long as we're staying consistent. So let's lock it in, Kerr. Yeah. Let's go. Anything to finish on?
Nah, that's not, like, to be honest, like the main focus now is like, yeah, just locking back in. Like, I want to just prioritize consistency, like in like every sort of way, just like mental state and work ethic, training program. Like, just I want to be more streamlined, more consistent in every way, like routine, sleep as well. Yeah. Like set bedtime, set wake up, like a little bit more of like a proper schedule. I feel like I've said it almost every week. Like, I've just been really, like, my way I've been working lately has just been a little bit all over the place, where I've just been getting shit done when it needs to get done. Yeah. And it works, and like I've gotten really good with that, to be honest. But it's allowed for a lot of these like highs and lows and little plateaus. So this has also been a reminder for me to just keep things a little bit more consistent and like where I can control things a little bit better where I can as well. So yeah, I'm really excited moving forward. I feel like it's the perfect time, as Sage has just mentioned, to like just really fucking knuckle down, push harder than I have been all like this whole program so far. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. Like even with it being a pretty shit week, the physique's still coming along well. So it's really rewarding to like look in the mirror each day as well. I was actually saying to Sage while I'm in the gym, I don't actually look at myself too often, especially over the last year. Like I feel like back like a year or so ago when I was like, you know, training all the time, like I was always like looking at myself. I was like, yeah. But honestly, over the last year and as I've lost my physique, I've noticed I just don't really look at myself or like analyze how my body looks. So those little times where I do, like where I wake up in the morning and I might be getting dressed or I'll be taking the progress pictures, it's actually been really rewarding to look at myself and be like, damn, like fuck, shit's actually really changing. So
let's go.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Fitness as a whole, even without a coach, it's just a lifestyle thing. It's all about routine. You know, some people they can work 12, 14, 16 hours a day, and you know, it's all about how you structure your day. They can still manage to get 10,000 plus steps in. They can still manage to get their 7 hours sleep and their meals. It all comes down to your time management and finding a structure and routine that's going to work for you as an individual, because I can't give people the same plan. I can't give Byron the same plan as a guy that works in an office 9 to 5, because it's not going to work for him. This is the good thing with having a coach that actually, you know, personalizes and gives a fuck about you, because it's going to work better for you. You might not get it on the first go because, you know, we don't work in your position, but we make sure that everything is personalized to you, so that way you can actually stick to it. Because if I just, like I said, if it's the same old copy and paste shit, it's just not going to fucking work. So don't get disheartened, take your time, communicate with your coach or even with yourself and just be like, cool, is this working? Is it not? Write it down. What I might get you to do is just write down your day for me, from like the hour you wake up to the hour you go to bed, and just do like in hour blocks, and then we'll kind of work it out together. But I've done this with a few clients and it's worked really well. So, but that's a wrap. I'll see you guys back at home. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I can't wait to see how Byron looks next week and the following next 6 weeks to wrap this up. If we need, we're going to push it to 15 weeks, but hopefully we can just see him fully lock in. I'm going to be giving him some extra accountability to make sure we can get this done in 12 weeks. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Episode 7 will be coming out next week.